darling, that partridge in that lovely little pear tree. What an enchanting, romantic, poetic present. Bless you and thank you. Your deeply loving Emily. My dearest darling Edward, 2 turtle doves arrived this morning, and they are cooing away in the pear tree as I write. I'm so touched and grateful. With undying love, as always, Emily. My darling Edward, you do think of the most original presents. Whoever thought of sending anybody 3 French hens? Do they really come all the way from France? It's a pity we have no chicken coop, but I expect we'll find some. Thank you anyway. They're lovely. Your loving Emily. Dearest Edward, what a surprise! 4 calling birds arrived this morning. They are very sweet, even if they do call rather loudly. They make telephoning impossible. But I expect they will calm down once they get used to their new home. Anyway, I'm very grateful. Of course I am. Love from Emily. Dearest Edward, the postman has just delivered 5 of the most beautiful gold rings, 1 for every finger and all fitting perfectly. A really lovely present. Lovelier, in a way, than the birds, which do take rather a lot of looking after. The 4 that arrived yesterday are still making a terrible row, and I'm afraid that none of us got very much sleep last night. Mummy says she wants to use the rings to wring their necks. She's only joking, I think, though I do know what she means. But I love the rings. Bless you. Love, Emily. Dear Edward, whatever I expected to find when I opened the front door this morning, it certainly wasn't 6 socking great geese laying eggs all over the doorstep. Frankly, I rather hoped you had stopped sending me birds. We have no room for them, and they have already ruined the croquet lawn. I know you mean well, but let's call a halt, shall we? Love, Emily. Edward, I thought I said no more birds. But this morning I woke up to find no less than 7 swans all trying to get into our tiny goldfish pond. I'd rather not think about what's happened to the poor goldfish. The whole house seems to be full of birds, to say nothing of what they leave behind them. Please, please, stop. Your Emily. Frankly, I think I prefer the birds. What am I supposed to do with 8 milkmaids and their cows? Is this some kind of a joke? If so, I'm afraid I don't find it very amusing. Emily. Look here, Edward. This has gone far enough. You say you're sending me 9 ladies dancing. Well, all I can say is, judging by the way they dance, they are certainly not ladies. The village just is not accustomed to seeing a regiment of shameless hussies wearing nothing but their lipstick cavorting around the green. And it's Mummy and I who get blamed. If you value our friendship at all, which I do less and less, you will stop this ridiculous behaviour at once. Emily. As I write this letter, 10 disgusting old men are prancing all over what used to be the garden before the geese and swans and the cows got at it. And several of them, I notice, are taking inexcusable liberties with the milkmaids. Meanwhile, the neighbours are trying to have us evicted. I shall never speak to you again. Emily. This is the last straw. You know I detest bagpipes. The place has now become something between a menagerie and a madhouse. And a man from the council has just declared it unfit for habitation. At least Mummy was spared this last outrage. They took her away yesterday afternoon in an ambulance. I hope you're satisfied!
Sir, our client, Miss Emily Wilbraham, instructs me to inform you that with the arrival on her premises at 7:30 this morning of the entire percussion section of the Liverpool Philharmonic Orchestra, together with several of their friends, she has no course left but to seek an injunction to restrain you importuning her further. I am making arrangements for the disposal and return of much assorted livestock. I am, sir, yours faithfully, George Creep, one of Her Majesty's Council, instructed under the direct access scheme of the Bar Council of England and Wales.